10 teenagers murdered execution style in a vacant Detroit field.
Now, 2.5 years later, their killers are going to prison for life. Fox 2's Amy Lang with more from today's emotional sentencing.
These families have waited so long for justice. Finally, their opportunity to address the men who killed their sons. But what one of the defendants had to say to them left everyone shaking their heads.
Stripped of clothes, stripped of possessions, stripped of innocence, and then stripped of life.
Joshua Babish describes the brutal deaths of his brother Jordan Babish and his friend Jacob Kudla. The teens from Westland went missing in July of 2012. Their lifeless bodies discovered days later in a field on Detroit's east side.
Everything just aches, and it's just a totally senseless crime how you can march someone out in the middle of a field and execute them. I mean, we're not a third world country. You know, sometimes I wish it did happen in a third world country because it would be a lot different outcome of this whole thing.
Instead, these two men, Frederick Young and Philando Hunter, were sentenced on this day to life in prison without parole for robbing, torturing, murdering the two teens who had been in Detroit trying to buy drugs.
Not only did the defendant take away my son's future, he took away my future. My future as a mother, my future as a grandmother.
I have sorrow in my heart, soul, and every fiber of my being today, and I will carry that with me for the rest of my life here on earth.
The mothers of the teens expressing the deep, devastating pain and loss left behind. Yet when Young had his chance to apologize to the families, he did nothing of the sort.
I'd like to say sorry to the families of Ayanna Jones, Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, and I want to apologize to them for not being able to get justice for their loved ones who was murdered in cold blood. And in respect for the peaceful protest, I want to say hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter. That's it, Your Honor.
People in the courtroom react in disbelief, but still the message from the families of Jacob Kudla and Jordan Babish, one of forgiveness.
In the end, knowing who Jordan was, I believe he would want me to offer forgiveness. Although I know I may struggle with that endeavor for the rest of my life, it would be what Jordan would want. On behalf of Jordan and myself, I will pray for forgiveness for both of you.
And no matter what sentence the court imposes today, these defendants will have to answer to God. God's got this. Thank you for letting me speak.
In Detroit, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.